Hi, we are from Group Kunya Club and we are going to talk about unethical company Kuantan Port Consortium.
So, hi, my name is Sharifadia. I will explain about the background company. This company took place in Kuantan, Pahang around 2015 until 2016. The bauxite is the main raw material used to produce aluminium. The high demand especially from China caused bauxite mining in Kuantan to increase rapidly.
Hi everyone, I'm Nasuha Ramdan and I will continue by explaining the unethical activities done by Kuantan Port Consortium or KPC. First, let's look at unethical activities. There are three main issues. The first issue is severe pollution. Bauxite was stored without proper facilities, causing rivers and even the sea to turn red. This had a few environmental impacts. Next, delayed clean-up. Even after a Prometheum was announced, millions of tons of bauxite were left at the port, so cleanup was very slow. And finally, poor oversight. Licenses were issued too easily and enforcement was weak, which allowed these problems to continue.
I will read about the impact of the bauxite activities. First, on society. People face health problems like lung, skin, and eye issues. At the same time, fishermen and tourism operators lost income because the sea and rivers were polluted. Second, the environment. Rivers and the sea turned red, marine life was threatened, and there was also soil contamination and deforestation. Third, the employees. Workers themselves were exposed to hazardous dust and they had to deal with a heavy cleanup workload. And finally, the stakeholders. The scandal caused a loss of trust in both the company and authorities, and it's also led to export delays and strictened regulations. So, overall, the impact were not just environmental, but also social and economic.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Fadlul Wafi bin Zulkairi and I am going to talk about stakeholders that involved. There are 6 stakeholders that involved in this issue. The first one is local community. They are residents that live near the mining and port areas. The second one is port authorities, the KPC, Kuantan Port Consortium. The third one is NGOs and environmental groups. They advocating for clean up and regulations. The fourth one is government agencies, Pahang State Government, DOE, Department of Environment. The fifth one is mining companies, the bauxite operators and contractors. And the last one is the workers itself, the port and mining site employees.
First, in 2016, the government introduced a moratorium on bauxite mining in Kuantan. They also cancelled the license of more than 30 irresponsible contractors to stop uncontrolled mining. Second, cleanup and enforcement took place. The Kuantan Port Consortium spent around 30 million ringgit Malaysia to clean the port. And the Anti-Corruption Commission even seized illegal stockpiles worth more than 1 billion ringgit Malaysia. Finally, in 2019, the government launched new SOPs. These include strict rules on mining, transport, and storage. Exports were limited to 600,000 tons per month, and every new project must now have the environmental impact assessment. These actions show that the government stepped in to protect both the environment and public health.
Now let's move on to the lesson learned. From the issue, we can identify that the lack of control can cause severe environmental and health crises. The second lesson that we learned is that weak enforcement can enable unethical practices. And the last lesson that we learned is transparency and accountability are crucial in high-risk industries such as mining.
Now, for the solutions, future ethical actions that KPC should take. First, implement strict compliance with SOPs and environmental laws. Second, invest in proper infrastructure for storage and transport. Third, conduct regular environmental monitoring and publish reports to maintain transparency. Fourth, engage with local communities and NGOs for feedback. And fifth, ensure workers safely and fair treatment. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.